Mr. Speaker, I thank you. I rise to make a few comments and on the statements on the energy, the rise of the energy petroleum, or, the energy in this country. And let me thank Senator Mtula for bringing that matter. But I think sometimes, and I'm speaking as a member of the Energy Committee, Mr. Speaker. Earlier on last year, when we were dealing with the issue of passing the Petroleum Act, there are several pieces of taxes which had been proposed that we tried to stop. And I know we are going to be dealing with this matter in detail, but I think sometimes this is something which is out in the public. It is important to be candid to Kenyans, to share with them as the reason why the cost of petroleum is going high. I will not be doing my job as a member of the Energy Committee if I do not take this opportunity. And I actually am very grateful that my colleague has raised this matter. But it is important for Kenyans to know that the reason why fuel prices are going high is because of the current situation of the economy of the country. We cannot control the dollar, neither the exchange rate, neither can we control the taxes that this House, Parliament of Kenya, both the Senate and the National Assembly, approved for all fuel which is coming into this country to be charged. Mr. Speaker, if you look at and I don't know how we are going to give a different answer, and I don't intend to respond 100% to the query that has been sought by my colleague.
Honorable Senators, your concerns on time, as in the order 10, that we need to hold our sittings until conclusion of business appearing on the order paper. So we proceed.
Thank you, Mr.
Senator.
Speaker. Just for the record, Mr. Speaker, and it's important because this is information that we are going to provide later. We have several taxes. And in fact, what happened here is that the taxes remained constant. The only thing that went up is, of course, on the VAT, because on the landing cost, when the fuel landed into this country, it was 49 shillings and 84 cents. The taxes are constant. The profit which the oil marketers are getting has remained constant at 12 shillings and 39 cents. What we need to ask ourselves, and this is a conversation that I'm willing to have with my colleague, Senator Mtula, is what are we going to do with these taxes? Number one, the Petroleum Regulatory Levy, the Railway Development Levy, the Anti-Adulteration Levy, the Merchant Shipping Levy, Import Declaration Fee, Value-Added Tax. All the taxes, if you add all of them, they add up to 57 shillings and 33 cents. When the oil landed, or the fuel landed in Mombasa, it was at 49 shillings and 84 cents. And that was heavily affected by the exchange rate, the foreign currency, which we cannot control because of the current pandemic. What I like about the statement sought by my colleague is the next question is, what happened to that levy? Is that levy supposed to cushion? So with that aspect, I'm willing to go to a greater extent as a member of that committee to see what happened to that money. Can we be able to use that money to cushion Kenyans? But I think the buck stops with this House, with us now limiting the amount of taxes that we are going to charge. But are we really going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker? And I think that is a question that my friend, Senator Mtula, and I needs to ponder on. As a member, he's a member of the Budget Committee. In terms of the issue of the taxation, in terms of, how is the country going to be able to function if we are going to limit the taxes? So, Mr. Speaker, I support that, and I look forward to receiving that statement in our committee so that we can be able to give a more comprehensive response to the queries that the Senator has sought. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.